On the head of state's end-of-year message on December 31, number one priority for the Northwest region is peace.
In their country and asking other countries elsewhere to emulate the example of the United States of America.
Regional and municipal institutions are thirsty for local development.
Stated that he will increase investments in the safety net project.
That he spoke to the parents and the teachers. And the society is a reflection of the work of the parents and the teachers. So he encouraged them this year to do better because the formation of the inside is what is important. If the inside is good, the outside, the outward performance will be better.
Moments of national feelings like these should be inclusive, reason for others to leave the bushes.
We've made everything possible to make sure that at the end of 2020, we will train and empower 1,000 youth in this region, that they will be on their own, they can manage their homes and families, which we are going to make sure we do everything possible for that to come to pass.
To fight the evening biting cold, traditional dances and musical playbacks were also on the menu.
The population of the Southwest region have expressed their hope for the return of peace as the year 2023 begins. Their dream is that the 6-year security crisis and its consequences should stop.
We just cross our fingers, we have hope. The year already started with hope. They released a new currency, meaning we have a new beginning, which is good. That's a new start for us.
The socio-political unrest has equally affected the economic growth of the region, and business persons are calling on the power that be to look for long-lasting solutions.
I just want you to know that by the end of 2023, the government will at least soften the tax rates in order to favor both the buyers or the consumers and the businessmen.
The head of state, President Paul Biya, in his end-of-year address, has announced developmental projects in the Southwest region, such as the completion of the construction works of the Tiko Airport and the construction of the Kumbai Kondotiti Mundemba Road. Southwest Governor Bena Okalia Bilai has called on the population of the Southwest region to work towards peace.
The population of the Southwest should feel reassured that they are always in the deep mind of the head of state. The population, as I was saying, should feel proud and continue to seize those very important opportunities given to them by the head of state by behaving real Cameroonian and denouncing all those misguided compatriots or other people who may come again to try to manipulate them, to intoxicate them, because today the truth is there. The head of state is determined to develop the Southwest region according to the potentiality, and the Southwest region have.
Inhabitants of the Southwest region are hoping that this year 2023 bears the fruits of peace and socio-economic growth.
They waited impatiently for the first minutes of 2023, with all eyes glued to this clock. And at the tick of 12 midnight, the thousands of Christians here at the Longkak Presbyterian Church, Yaoundé, couldn't hide their joy of seeing the new year. And the message to the faithfuls that memorable night was clear.
I think that we pray that God can give in our church Christians who have faith, who love each other, who live in peace. We need reconciliation, and we think that God is able to give it to us in our parish, in our EEC church.
While some had chosen spiritual transition into 2023, others were out for unending celebrations at the drinking spots. Though in full company of liquor and shisha, it was equally their own way of thanking the Almighty for the gift of another year.
Il est important de pouvoir communier avec Dieu par rapport à toute l'année qu'on a pu passer et ce qu'on souhaiterait avoir pour l'année qui va suivre en fait. Donc c'est important que l'année 2023 puisse bénir le Cameroun.
A festive night indeed at all corners of the capital city. After the festive moment, the school bell is ringing, calling on learners and teachers for the second term of the academic year. This little girl is already in the school mood.
Everything is fine, everything is ready. She's already well planted for the school tomorrow. Then we are ready. There's no aspect too ready to bring her to school tomorrow. Non, ils sont déjà prêts.
Though many cry out that they have been financially drained by the feast, they are doing everything possible for the children to be back in school on the first day. But some students are still swimming in the feast.
Je ne suis pas encore prête quand même. Non, je suis sûre, mais peut-être que je ne sais pas si de composer, c'est ça le problème. J'ai étudié, papa. Il n'a pas étudié. Il était seulement là les fêtes.
Are these traveling and some parental advice ahead of back to school?
It was certainly a sad weekend for the population of Bala village in Kribitu subdivision, Ocean Division, South region of Cameroon. The remains of a man in an advanced state of decomposition were discovered in a nearby bush, a few meters away from the Government Technical College Kribi. Inhabitants suspect the unidentified man had come in search for his brother before he met his end. But he didn't reveal any information, so there was no way we could identify the state of decomposition. This has left the inhabitants in tears as the circumstances of his death remain unclear. The corpse was immediately buried at the spot it was discovered. This is another discovery that has again increased fear amongst the population of Pala village, who are hoping to leave 2023 hitch-free. Every day, several eyes are being damaged because of untrained persons who pass for opticians.
1 million de personnes.
1 million people are sick of eye-related diseases in Cameroon, which could have been avoided. Births because of wrong prescription of lenses, they got blind. And that's why we keep pressing to weed out quacks. If not, 5 million people risk going blind. In the littoral, 47 optical shops have been identified for closure.
La santé des populations.
In Cameroon's economic city, the rising number of quacks in this sector is disturbing. This has pushed the national order of opticians to wage a war against those practicing in illegality. On the field, 5 optical shops at Marché Congo have been shut down for operating in illegality. It's a profession that has strict regulations and guided by law. There are 3 principles here. The first, a certificate. Second, registration number. And the third, authorization to function. If the 3 things are not respected, then you are functioning in illegality. The repressive fees by the Ministry of Public Health in collaboration with the National Order of Opticians is aimed at cleansing and restoring order in the sector. The campaign will be constant, so we completely weed out those functioning in illegality. Despite the bad image, some still stand tall in the profession. I am inviting all those who are functioning in illegality to go grab a certificate and also work in respect of a well-defined status by the National Order of Opticians. According to experts, the repressive phase, which kicked off in the city of Douala a few days back, will continue in order to guarantee the health of Cameroonians.
Between 2016 and 2021, cocoa farmers in the southwest region, due to the ongoing socio-political unrest, deserted their farms. With the gradual return of peace and normalcy observed in the region, they braved the odds and returned to their cocoa farms. And so, during the year 2022, the southwest region significantly participated in boosting cocoa production. Cameroon. Over 45% of Cameroon production of cocoa in 2022 was produced by cocoa farmers of Munyenge in Muyoka subdivision of Ako division of the southwest region. Here in Boya, cocoa farmers in the southwest region have been compensated for quality cocoa production.
We really thank the government for what they have done. This will help us to cultivate cocoa more and to alleviate the situation, poverty situation.
So I like the procedures. It helped me with my family to grow the family up, and I like.
The sum of 600 million francs CFA have been disbursed by the National Cocoa and Coffee Board to encourage Southwest farmers through the payment of premium.
My final gratitude goes to the Minister of Trade, who over the years has enshrined cocoa farmers' livelihoods and decent income for farmers at the heart of his action. Without his support, my team, the Interministerial Committee, may not have succeeded in being here today. Your Excellencies, distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, the payment of the quality premium for 2018-2019, 2019-2020 kicked off with the signing of a decision by the Minister early January to reinstate the committee after we concluded the payments of the first edition.
An initiative of the government appreciated by beneficiaries joined Michael Ndopin, Director General of the National Cocoa and Coffee Board, to reiterate government's determination to accompany cocoa farmers before calling on them to triple production in 2023.
What are the stock of carbon emissions from our forest, agriculture, land use and energy sectors in 2 agroecological zones of the country?
We are talking of 2 million gigatons of CO2 that is in our forests and in the soil in those 2 agroecological zones.
This against the backdrop that
our soils, our waters, our forests provide a lot of services in sequestrating carbon, avoiding or preventing carbon. The cost associated to these services is still unaccounted for.
The energy sector evaluation shows that transport is one of the greatest emitting sector. Combining what the forest is sequestrating with this gives Cameroon a positive balance.
We are talking of not less than 70 billion that can enter the state coffers. And that is why we need to have do it for the other zones.
The content of the inventory report of greenhouse gas emissions from 2010 to 2018 made public in Yaoundé by the National Climate Change Observatory. Studies on other sectors still pending. The evaluation of the impact of climate change of 4 regions of the country was also presented. It is within the context of the Paris Climate Agreement, encouraging countries to make money from climate change fight by reducing greenhouse gas emissions through the atmosphere and to sequester carbon through sustainable forest management.